Have you ever wondered how clone companies like Latafia and Afnan can clone fragrances for so much cheaper and get the scent so incredibly close? In this video, I'm going to dive deep on it as I was curious as well and I wanted to know how they can do this. Before we get into it, subscribe for more like this. Let's get into it. So let's say we want to clone Baccarat Rouge 540. Like what Latafia did with this. Very good clone. Almost 100% similar. First thing we have to do is get a sample, which is the original. We get the original and then put the sample in a machine like this shown here, called a GCMS machine. This machine takes the samples and analyzes it, gives you a sheet, a printout of all of the ingredients in this fragrance and the quantity in it. Now the clone company will now take that and then they would now source all the raw materials like the notes and gather all of it, some of it including synthetic materials, and gather all of it, and then that they will then test it until they get it extremely close. Now that machine is around $100,000 to $1 million for that machine. It's very expensive. When it comes to creating and getting the notes and sourcing the raw materials, some of the raw materials is either expensive, unavailable, and because of these factors they have to replace notes or use cheaper synthetic chemicals. That is why when it comes to some dupes, you will find that it is different from the original. There are some differences too from the original with notes and even the quantities in it of the blend, because these clone companies sometimes are not perfumers, so they're not really sure what they're doing. They just combine it based on what the sheet tell them and stuff like that. So that's why it would be a little slightly different from the original, and sometimes it's just different, and that would be why, but the DNA will remain the same. So that is how clone companies can clone fragrances using a machine. Long time back in the days, they used to use a distillation process, which is the same process used to create the naturals used in fragrances. They just use a distillation. When they get the scent, they keep testing and adding. It was an incredibly harder process long back in the day, where they just keep testing different scents until they get it correctly or even slightly close. But back then cloning wasn't a big thing. They just get a DNA, and that was enough, because they know the scent profile sells well, and because it sells well, they want to get that scent profile and maybe alter it a bit and put it in the market once again with different top notes maybe. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more, and thanks for watching.